We get one last Vape Nation there before we start. Here we go. And here we go, game starting. Luigimash in the mid lane on Aurelion Soul. His boy Game Time up in the top lane on the Yasuo. Like we said, Yasuo and a Gangplank largely going to be a skill matchup. Can't still win wall away the Q. Not a whole lot of damage though you can mitigate as a Yasuo going into Gangplank, largely a melee champion. Barrels also going to be kind of AoE damage that are going to go around. I wonder if you could, it'd be kind of cool if you could put the wind wall in between the barrels and kind of stop the detonation that way. Be an interesting mechanic. Think about it, Riot. Think about it, Riot. Tell me what you think. Overall, fairly standard starts. Shaco going to be able to leash the majority of the jungle himself. He's going to set up the Gromp as well as the blue buff to kind of just AFK take it. Echo going to start on his blue buff. Kind of expected. However, we do have Thresh and this Vayne kind of sitting in the wings, waiting to see if they walk through the river. Luigi kind of starting off trying to zone out Diana here. He's going to get this wave pushing. He knows that Shaco isn't exactly the best early game ganker. Without any items, he's not exactly a very big threat in the mid lane, as well as Diana having trouble CS under turret. Great play by him already. Oh, I love it. He's on Demon. Game Time's on Demon Yasuo up in the top lane. Love it. Thresh looking for the Lantern. Coming in, the Nami Tidal Wave doing a little bit of damage. A fully stacked bomb on top of Vayne is going to completely zone her out of this wave. And a very failed attempt here coming out from the blue team to kind of put the hold here on the red. They don't find it at all. Here comes that Nami poke. Game Time here trying to make his mark in the top lane. It is Game Time. This guy has his number. Level 2 on both members here in the bottom lane. Wave poke starting up. Red buff is stolen away. We have the Echo trying to go for a full clear. Stun just barely missing. Luigi now completely out of mana. Not able to land too much poke. But he does get a couple auto attacks in on the way out. He's going to get caught out. Shaco here sitting around on top of him. He is caught shopping. Doesn't matter. Maybe it's just a bait. The parallel convergence is going to land. Luigi going to get quite a bit of damage back down. Is the trap enough to save him? No, it is not. Echo picking up the first blood for the red team. And Luigi perfectly baits out the opposing team's jungler. Faked out the shopping in place. And that was enough to kind of keep him in that engagement. I think Tide, Ebb and Flow, that's what the name of that is. There we go. So now we have the Echo is here to kind of catch all that experience from the wave, as well as get a little bit back. Halo Convergence is going to go a little wide. Not even there to get the stun, just kind of there to zone. Just enough time for Aurelion Soul to come back. Now the Luigimash is back. He's got that. Set right up the Dark Seal. There we go. Ooh, nice trades coming out from Game Time. Anyway, so the Dark Seal going to keep him pretty healthy there in the mid lane. Going to boost all the healing effects from his potions, as well as the boots, so he can kind of juke and jive and keep the stars on top of him. Greedy Lobster looking to make his second gank attempt here. Barrels were close enough to get the damage down onto Yasuo. Might find his Steel Tempest back just in time, but they do not. Parallel Convergence is going to land back on top of the Gangplank, and he gets a very late orange. Not enough, though, to remove the scurvy that he is in lane. And here we go. Game time. Looking to find the next one. The Steel Tempest finds its mark. Double kill on game time in the top lane. And they're off to a great start here in our third game of the night. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the game that both of our AD carries are going on the Relic Shield starts. We're going to get the Overheal Shield AD carry meta. That is oh so popular right now. Game time sticking around for quite a while. He's got Echo sitting in the wings. Ready if any sort of engagement happens, but he's going to be sitting on quite a bit of gold. So this is going to be a very nice back here for game time. Well, he should be able to pick up a whole Zeal item, I would say. Not a whole Zeal item, but I mean Zeal as an item, yeah, as he does. A Zeal and a dagger. Oh wow, that thresh hook goes a little wide. Lands right into a minion. Diana here already caught up from her early zoning. Luigi's had to back an extra time here in order to stay safe in lane. He knows that as, here we go, there comes the ebb and flow, the damage going down, the hook goes wide, looking to get the flay in, the Aqua Prison lands just in time, lots of damage coming down. Luigimash though is where we want to watch him pick up the next kill with the boy Echo. Vein Stun is there. Nothing that Tristana can do. She gets played back in there. The Aqua Prison though lands just in time. The flash, the hook lands in, but there's no damage there. The shots are not enough. And Luigimash, perfectly timed roam, picks up both of those kills in the bottom lane. And he's just going to float on right back into mid. Very well placed Aqua Prison there, coming out from our girl Nami. Baiting him back in somewhat. Keeping him around. Question mark ping, yeah. So over after those 2 assists, that should be quite a bit of money for Tristana to go back, grab that BF sword. Here we go. This is a level 6 Diana. She is now in place to get that damage down. The Ignite is there. The stopwatch might save his life, but it does not. Stopwatch way too close to the opposing team's mid laner, and he's going to get taken out. Playing, trying to keep the poke alive with the barrels coming in. Ooh. It hurts to see anybody lose out on CS, especially a cannon. Feels real bad, man. Luigimash does drop his first kill of the game. He's able to pick up the Catalyst. Gonna keep him pretty healthy in lane, as well as that mana bar full. That's what he's gonna want. Mana full, keep those stars spinning. 0 star, baby. Well, here we go. We got Echo sitting in the wings, ready to jump in on this next engagement. Pinks are going out. There is no ward in that bottom lane bush. They do not see him come in. There comes the parallel convergence. It's going to get dropped. The Aqua Prison is going to get one down. There it goes. A stunned up Vayne. That's going to be a buster shot, though. Easy kill here from our Tristana as he picks up 2 of them down here in the bot lane. And Luigimash roaming down just to be safe. Meanwhile, the mid laner from the blue team is going to head up top for game time. But he is no match for that Demon Yasuo. Ooh, 1 Steel Tempest has now taken out the traps from Shaco. Unfortunately, you can see the press the attack marker. He is wanting to get away from this, though. He knows that Ignite is down and burning. Trying to stay back. Knows which one the clone is. There comes the Gangplank. Looking for the next Steel Tempest, and there it is. Game time. Picking up his 4th kill of the game. Easy GG. As we now have one very big Yasuo. Great plays by him. And it looks like we have Vayne is looking to buck. Oh wow, very well placed ultimate there on the Aurelion Soul. The Voice of Life popping right back into the Star Surge, but now he has no ultimate. He is an easy target for Diana. Echo looking to find his way back into his own jungle to find the opposing team's mid laner. Cue the Call that the Marriott, or whatever the kind of music that is. Just barely making it out. This chicken's doing some work. Rift Herald here has spawned. 9 minutes, 50 seconds. 2 members of the red team looking to find Gangplank. He is awfully deep into enemy territory. Echo, come on, let's play heads up here. You see him? Just gonna let him back out though. Just roaming on the mid lane. Overall, we had to have a Ninja Tabby rush from Vayne. She is virtually out of this game right now. Luigimash playing very far up. But thankfully, there's not very... It's pretty easy to dodge out the CC from a Shaco as well as the Gangplank. Gangplank can head his way back into the top lane to try to face Game Time. Game Time is already sitting on a Phantom Dancer, though. A fully finished Zeal item at 10 minutes into the game. Looking real, real good. Pretty much any of these engagements he's going to be able to take out easily. Luigimash spots out Shaco on the Rift Herald. Both of them, that is. The Timewinder spots him out. You have Echoes trying to stay back to make sure that they're able to catch out Shaco if he were to get down. Trap singled out. Here comes Game Time. Look at his stick in the middle of this parallel convergence. Looking to find its mark on the Shaco, but it does not. Steel Tempest does, and the kill is picked up by our boy Echo. Game Time going to pick up the next one of that engagement. Gangplank going to drop, and that is the top half of the map going down. Game Time double dash on top of it. He is taken out. There comes the last breath. Steel Tempest, the kill. Stars going to take that one out for Luigimash as he is in just the right position to take out his opposing lane mid laner. And this is now the entire top half of the map. A blue team taken out. Rift Herald is dropped. Luckily, we had Echo stay in that Rift Herald pit long enough to grab up the Rift Herald. We might actually grab 2 turrets out of this. It's a very big charge going down. A very wide hook thrown out. The gameplay goal, not quite enough. We might see a 3rd charge coming out of this one. Here it is. The ass charge. Very well played there by the Rift Herald. Aurelian's Soul stun is going to miss. Shaco trying to find his way in the back line, but he is not doing a whole lot right now. He's got his Poacher's Dirk sitting on 4 stacks, not looking to finish that anytime soon. There's quite a bit of a delay to that item, even if you are getting in the enemy's jungle. So pretty weak right now, with only a Tiamat. 5 deaths. It's looking quite bleak for our blue team. It's not our blue team, though. We don't give a shit about them. Hopefully they lose. Game Time here, still making his mark in the top lane, hasn't been back anytime soon. Just looking to stay as oppressive as possible against Gangplank, keep the CS constantly under his turret. He can keep the damage down, the pressure up, and all that jazz. He's trying to bait out Gangplank right now. Gangplank thinks he went back. Here he comes, scurrying off into the middle of the lane. He is in some trouble. Phantom Dancer is started. The damage reduction is down. A flash for almost nothing. He doesn't really get away. He just kind of delays the inevitable. That is one dead top laner. Hook gonna go wide. Even though he tried to make the fancy flash, or excuse me, the hook lantern play. Doesn't find it. Luigimash all on his lonesome. He's kind of sandwiched in between the blue team's jungler and mid laner. But he's got his bot lane support right now. Echo there just in time to see his red buff stolen away. Meanwhile, game time. He's going to go ahead and take their 4th turret of the game. Pretty much all solo. This guy's 6 kills. He's had... there was 1 meaningful roam into the mid lane. Able to pick up, I believe it was 2 kills there. The rest have just been ganks and counter ganks into the top lane. And that's not ganks by his team, but for the most part, he's been pretty much solo up there. Stomping down the top half of this map. Now 9 kills in total on their opposing team's jungler and top laner. Luigimash trying to be a little sneaky here, all off in his lonesome. What the hell? Sorry about that. Lots of players roaming around the map. We have a little bit of deep ward coverage coming out from the red team. They're just looking to see when that red buff spawns next. Tristana's got some horny eyes for that. Dragon, though, is the next call. Parallel Convergence going on top of Diana, but she has other plans. The rest of their team is going to get taken out. The Chrono Bake's got the damage going down. The Smite on top of her. She's slowed down enough to get the kill. Luigimash flashes forward, gets that last light. And that's going to be a kill going down onto him. The Ignite there is enough to take out the Tristana. Now we got Luigi. He's stuck in the middle of two members of the blue team. Parallel Convergence is not quite far enough. We have the Shaco pretty deep in there. And with no ultimate on Echo, he is in a very bad spot. The tumble, the damage. Vayne picking up that kill. Meanwhile, all along game time has his sights on the tower objectives. Top lane tier 2 tower was going to drop in that last engagement. Overall, looked like a 1-for-3 trade in the blue team's favor. Finally getting some kills up on the board. Not going to matter, though. You still have a Shaco that far behind. He was able to clean up in that engagement, but really right now his name of the game is only clean up. Not clean down, as opposed to. I'm not really sure why I collected like that. Anyway. Easy Dragon here taken out from game time. Pretty close to a Infinity Edge as well. So yeah, so we're putting in work this game. Coming in around on this Gangplank, but he sniffs it out. Gonna get himself safe. Not a whole lot they can do, even with the waves pushed up. We're still pretty early on. We're only sitting on one major item for pretty much everyone on the blue team. Meanwhile, Diana, really the only sign of life from the blue team. I said blue team before, I meant red. Heaven Flow gonna keep Nami alive there, just barely dodging out on that hook. Game time here, trying to get into the middle of 3 members of the blue team. I'm not really sure if that's a great idea. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is going to be pushing into the mid lane. And this Shaco is still trying to figure out what his place is in this game. It's definitely not as a turret defender, that's for sure. There we go. Tristana knows what's up. Buster Shot going down. Jump reset is there. She's not going to use it, though. Going to get taken out from Vayne. Easy call there. Lots of members of the red team very deep into the enemy base. Gangplank ult's going to go down. There goes the Vayne ultimate. Gonna get played. Gonna get, excuse me, pressed back into the wall there. What's that called? Condemned. There we go. Yeah. So the Flay Condemn combo takes down blue team's, or excuse me, red team's jungler. Colorblind day. Here comes game time. Diana, you are the most fed person on your team, but not that fed. Do not think you want to go toe-to-toe with game time. He thinks better about 1v3 though. Backs off. Still all towers standing so far for the red team. Luigimash trying to find the flank, but that's not the way to do it. Diana right now is a very scary boy. Girl even. Overall, we got some really deep ward coverage. Actually, that's not deep ward. That's mostly coverage from the blue team. They know their own jungle is getting invaded quite a bit. So that's where it sits right now. Single deep ward coming out. Teleport not up anytime soon from Yasuo, though. More than likely game time. Just going to head his way back into the
bot lane. Probably a good call right here. Put him in the bot lane while top lane is pushing in. Let Luigi get up with the rest of the team. Gonna steal himself away a blue buff right now. Blue buff on Aurelion Soul. Absolutely disgusting. He is moving right into 2 members of the blue team. No, no, no. Please get the fuck out of there. As he does. Boom buried back to safety.
They see 2 members here pushing in the top lane. That's going to pull the rest of their team up there.
Here he goes. He saw that back.
Luigi trying to get the damage down. Misses a stun. The stars are popping, though. Lots of damage going down. Has to pull him in. There goes the last slide. The Steel Tempest is going to allow game time to pick that one up. His buddy there just
in time to back him up. Meanwhile, the Shaco brothers doing what they can to pick up their first tower of the game down there in the bot lane. Vayne, AFK, kind of not exactly in it right there. Not sure what that was. That's going to cost her a flash. Here it comes. Moving on, different way they can down. The damage is there. Buster shot. Going to push Vayne out of the way. Keep Tristana alive. He is engaged. He did not realize he didn't want it. Luigi just barely misses the damage there. That's why they're looking for the play at the edges. That's kind of funny. Timing this pops are there. But a player goes back to keep himself healthy. Keep this engage going. Luigi, though, he knows a very low HP and a very underfed Shaco to chase after. Meanwhile, game time has a feeling this Diana is there. He's going to get hit up by the Q. Neko realizes he's just way too deep in here. It's way too many numbers. He had no corner break. That's one dead number. Game time and Luigi. The two blows here. The demon blows in red. Making some big blows here. Not quite though. Gonna flash out, not having enough damage. Just trying to go walk right into this one. He hit the claim first. Jump is gonna be down for a couple more seconds. Now we have a caught out Rani. Exhausting the shot that looks like it was enough. Gonna keep her alive. Tristana trying to find a jump back there. That's what I was trying to do, so Evan Flo still keeping Rani alive. She is unkillable right now. And James has not even realized that he's got the rest of the team coming up behind him. He's going to game time. He's going to find that shot. Not even a
Sorry, though. Tristana picking up that kill on a way overextended blue team top laner. Chrono Break is back up on Echo. He's going to be able to make it an engage with a quick escape at any moment now. So looking to find where our next point of contention is going to be. It is going to be an Infernal Dragon. Easy call. Majority of the members of the blue team are in the top side of the map. At this point, I say just kind of screw that tier 1 turret. Shove it down mid. You have that turret is almost down. Instead, they're going to lose their top tower. Shaco a little deep, just trying to find some jungle pressure. He's going to make his way out of there. Now we have a trapped Diana up in the top lane. The rest of the red team trying to make some pressure, but they don't find it. Luigi, he is getting in deep right here. We now have a 2-item Shaco. It is not enough items, though, to keep him alive. Luigi sitting right in front of a Vayne. The exhaust, not enough. He's going to drop. Vayne here, still left untouched. She is ultimate death. Midnight is there. And then it is not. The rest of the blue team, going to back off of that engagement. A mid lane traded for a useless jungler, so overall, a win for them. Now trying to see what we can make happen next. Game time here. Got that tornado procced. Not much to do with it though. I mean, this guy's sitting on such a huge lead up in the top lane. 217 CS, 7-0 and 2. He's got 2 completed items to, well, really, I guess Gangplank already has 2 completed items as well. That extra gold income from Gangplank's queues is absolutely insane. The parlay. Luigi, though, had those really good roams in the early game. Towards mid game so far. He's had a little trouble with positioning. Trying to find his way with the rest of the team. He's been largely solo. With the exception of his team ups with our boy Game Time at the top lane. Here we go, Game Time. He's got his eyes on the prize. And that prize is a dead jungler. Not before he grabs some CS first. The game kind of stagnant right now. Floundering away as we see Diana's in the bot lane. Excuse me, Baron should be the next call. Especially with the majority of the members of the blue team out of position. However, instead we're just going to try to bait it here. That is not before game time tries to go 1v3 as he gets deep in here. The wind wall stuck to the side, not enough to keep him alive. Vayne going to drop him out. Meanwhile, Shaco also going to drop. 1-for-1 trade so far. Excuse me, 2-for-1. Thresh also finding his way out of position there in that last team fight. Jungler is down though from blue team. That's going to make a call for the Baron. No smite against, but that is if you can land your smite right. Maybe you don't need to land your smite right if you're just going to bait it out. Here comes the parallel convergence, landing down. Nobody's getting stunned up except for the Echo. He's going to get zeroed out. The Buster Shot, the last light, that's going to be all they need to wombo combo out Diana. Vayne, the next one to drop. I guess it was Vayne, then Diana, excuse me. But nevertheless, that's some dead blue team guys. Luigimash and Tristana coming in hard on the combos. Very well played. And maybe now this means Baron? Not sure. The pings are out. Not really sure what the call is. Looks like it is. All systems are go. We don't have a jungler here. Going to try to teleport into lane is game time. Oh, excuse me. It is game time here. Tristana trying to find the shots, and there they are. Last one, not enough. This auto attack is canceled. And Thresh makes it out alive. No matter though. Here comes Shaco coming in hard. He's invisible. Nobody sees him, but Luigi picks up the kill. And game time gets the the follow-up kill onto the enemy team's jungler. Shaco been largely ineffectual this game. Oh no, he's sitting in a bad way. Gets out of the way. That condemned just in time. In the midnight hour, pretty much wasted from Vayne. Vayne sitting on a 6-3-0 score line. Not exactly been the most high impacting player this game. However, she's come in hard on the engagements that matter. Hard. So that weird. Luigimash 5-5-8. He's got pretty much all of his core items finished. The Leandries into, what's the other belt called? Oh, just the Hextech GLP 100. Man, what a shitty name. Because the other one's the Proto Belt. It's easy to say. The GLP 8, the Ice Belt, Ice Cannon. I don't know. I'm sure there's a good nickname for it. Just not coming to me right now. Dragon going to be the next call on the map. Majority of the blue members are sitting in place for it. Echo is there to kind of spot it out in case it does happen. Cloud Dragon going to be that next one. Here comes the parallel convergence. That's going to stun up the support. He is out of there. Tidal Wave going down. Just barely misses Vayne. He still makes it out in time. Shaco, not sure what he was thinking. Right on top of a super strong Tristana. Here comes the Condemn. Just barely misses a wall, and Ebb and Flow keeps him alive. A well-placed Time Winder from Echo spots out Diana down there. He's going to look to try to keep her from going back, though. The rest of his team is pushing hard in the mid lane. And this could be a very easy inhibitor taken out from the red team. And here it goes. It finally happens. 28 minutes into the game. Baron on their backs. Nexus in their sights. They're looking to find their way in here. Diana making those big jumps in the middle of the team. Gangplank, he finds the parlay. That's going to be one dead support. Meanwhile, Vayne gets a little too frisky. She's going to get taken down. The Steel Tempest pretty much deletes the Gangplank there. Shaco, though, he's got a couple of items. That Static Shiv is enough. He is taken out, but the explosion takes down our boy Game Time. That's going to be his second death of the game. Donna joining Echo down here in the bottom lane. He had those Baroned up creeps pushing the whole way. Gonna grab them an extra inhibitor on their way out of the base. Meanwhile, Tristana, a little too hungry for CS, might find her way, and it does not. The Buster Shot keeping her extra safe. Moves her way back up into the mid lane. At the 30-minute mark in this game, it is looking all but over for the blue team. Luigimash and Game Time have done an expert job keeping the roams alive, keeping Game Time's KDA intact, largely. Still a couple deaths here towards the end of the game. Will probably keep him away from that coveted S+ that I'm sure he was hoping for, but no matter. A win is a win. Blue buff going over to Luigi. Looking to try to make this final engage here. Right after Dragon 1, likely. Might as well grab it. That extra movement speed is always nice. Pulling it out first. Game Time. Let's not let the rest of our boys tank this up, please. Trying to give some time for Echo to get into play, I guess. I'm not sure. They're just going to wait for it to come back. And wow, good thing that the Yasuo E happened right there. I think that Thresh Q might have actually executed the Baron, or the Dragon, excuse me. Luigi a little too deep. Zanya's just in time. Game Time right on top of him. Solos out to Diana. Thresh going to be the next one to fall a little too far out. The rest of the blue team scattered across the map. Meanwhile, red team has the Nexus in their sights. Smite is down. Tristana finishing that one off. Excuse me, Echo actually did. And this is all but GG. 3 members down for blue team. Super minions in the middle lane. Shaco maybe finding 1 member here towards the end, but does he know the dying light, excuse me, the last starlight keeps Luigimash alive, but not for long. Vayne finds a way to ruin his scoreline and make him negative right at the end. Feels bad, man. But not too bad. Luigimash, Game Time, rank up on their silver ladder here on the first day of the 2018 season. GG, guys.